Tonight, adapting to change. As schools go online, bus drivers are left wondering what their future holds. Plus, after a COVID exposure goes unannounced, some lawmakers at Minnesota's Capitol are calling for a top party leader to resign. And as folks in Wisconsin gear up for rifle hunting this weekend, the DNR is making sure everyone puts safety first.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Baki. Tony is on assignment tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll start things off with some unsettling news out of Minnesota as the state reports almost 7,500 new coronavirus cases today. That brings the state's total caseload to more than 230,000. We're also learning 12 more people have died, putting the state's death toll at almost 3,000. And in Wisconsin, they saw another big jump in COVID cases as well, reporting more than 4,000 new positive tests. That brings the state's total cases to more than 316,000. 12 more people have died, bringing the death toll in Wisconsin to more than 2,600. As those infection rates rise, school districts left and right are switching back to e-learning. While students stay home, bus drivers are left to wonder and find other ways to make ends meet. CBS 3's Leanne Valdez spoke to two Wisconsin school districts today about their plans to help out.
It's been stressful for our staff.
The Maple School District made the decision to fully switch to e-learning across all grades in the hopes to drive down COVID-19 cases across the county.
Our school board has looked at the big picture and made their decisions that way.
That means bus drivers are left having to decide what to do in the meantime. Maple School District Superintendent Dr. Sarah Croney says school officials are spending this week coming up with other school-related jobs for their bus drivers, like dropping off food.
Assisting with driving to the 5 pickup spots. There'd be about 3 of them that would not be around the school. So we have Brule, we have Hawthorne, there's Iron River.
Something that has been going well for the Superior School District as they made the distance learning switch in early November.
They run routes parallel to what they did during the school year. So kids that do need the food can come out to the end of their driveway and pick up their meals.
Other jobs Maple school officials have come up with include custodial work, delivering mail between schools, or serving as a paraprofessional, helping out with whatever is necessary. Dr. Croney says the bus drivers are also able to use paid sick time or apply for unemployment. Dr. Croney adds they're doing whatever they can for all of their employees that have been affected by the pandemic.
It's extremely important to keep our bus drivers, just as it's extremely important to keep all our staff.
The Maple School District plans to reconvene December 10th to look at the COVID-19 case numbers in Douglas County along with staff. They're hoping to go back to in-school learning December 14th. Superior, meanwhile, has a target date of returning to hybrid learning by November 30th. Wisconsin's mask mandate is being challenged in court. The state's Supreme Court is hearing arguments on that today. Some Republicans call it an unconstitutional overreach of power by Democratic Governor Tony Evers. Since the start of the outbreak, Evers has issued 3 public health emergencies and a series of related orders. Evers has argued he can issue multiple orders because the threat caused by the pandemic has changed. But those challenging him say Evers' actions are illegal. Dave's here for a look at the weather. Dave, some snow for some folks over the weekend.
Yeah, for some folks, not everybody.
No.
You and Chisholm, you didn't get that much, did you?
I don't even want to call it a dusting. It was so small.
Yeah, and I spent the weekend in Cotton, and we got a dusting there. And so Sunday evening, I come back to Duluth, and everyone's yelling at me about a foot of snow. That's because the low-pressure system stalled out for a couple of hours, and some towns got a lot more than planned and a lot more than other towns received. So let's take a look at how much some towns received. Yeah, Esco, 11 inches, Duluth, 10. Guile in the Snowbelt, 8 inches. Poplar, 7. Munger and Two Harbors at 6. Cloquet, 5, and even Brule at 4 inches is double what I thought our towns were going to get. But that snow chance is leaving. It's migrating to the east. It'll dust up somebody else's town now tonight and tomorrow as higher pressure settles into the region. A dry spell arriving that'll keep precip at bay probably until Friday. And it'll also try to keep temperatures down initially. We're going to be brisk again tomorrow morning, but not as cool as some towns. Brimston this morning had only 3 above. Well, tomorrow morning here in the Twin Ports will be around 15, 16. That's still a little cooler than normal, and the daytime high tomorrow with a partly cloudy sky will be 30. That's cooler than normal as well, but by Wednesday we may go warmer than normal. Will it stick or is it just a blip? I'll let you know with further details in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Sticking with our coverage of the coronavirus, hospitalizations are up 90% in the upper Midwest, and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is asking people to abide by safety guidelines. At a media briefing today, he expressed optimism that a vaccine would be available for the majority of COVID-19 related Minnesotans by early spring. This comes as Moderna announced its vaccine, still in development, is nearly 95% effective. While we wait for a vaccine, Governor Walz is asking Minnesotans to put aside their political ideologies and fight the virus together.
But the sake of disagreeing for disagreeing or making a public health crisis based on political ideology has put us in a really tough spot in this country. There's no denying that our rates of infection and our rates of death are worse than any place in the world.
The state is nearing 3.5 million total tests administered. Fond du Lac tribal leaders are working with the State Emergency Operations Center for community-wide COVID-19 testing. FDL has seen positive COVID-19 cases spike in the last month. The testing will be today from noon to 6 and tomorrow from 10 to 2. It's happening at the FDL Ojibwe School gym in Cloquet. All FDL community members are welcome to get a free test. Minnesota's Democratic senators are calling on Republican State Senate Majority Leader Paul Gazelka to resign from his position. This comes after Senate Republicans failed to notify their Democratic colleagues and others about a potential COVID-19 outbreak. That was last week as many lawmakers gathered during a special session at the Capitol. Senate Minority Leader Susan Kent, a DFLer, is now calling on Gazelka to step down after he disclosed he is one of 4 Republicans to test positive for COVID-19. Kent claimed GOP gatherings led to an outbreak and the information was not shared with the DFL.
None of this was ever conveyed to me or anyone else in the DFL caucus and in my understanding in the nonpartisan staff about what's been going on with our colleagues who may or may not have been exposed to COVID, and we had a session on Thursday.
Kent said if Senator Gazelka chooses not to resign, the DFL is still discussing what sort of action they will take. Gazelka has not commented publicly yet. We'll hear more from state Republican leaders tonight at 10. Now to Michigan, where over the weekend, the state's Governor Gretchen Whitmer announced all schools and colleges must stop in-person classes and restaurants must close indoor dining for 3 weeks. But this order did not come without some pushback. Trump coronavirus advisor Scott Atlas took to Twitter and told Michiganders to, quote, rise up against new health restrictions. But as U.S. coronavirus cases top 11 million, the governor says she is not backing down.
Well, we know that the White House likes to single us out here in Michigan, me out in particular. I'm not going to be bullied into not following reputable scientists and medical professionals.
Meanwhile, Michigan's Attorney General called Atlas's comments disappointing and irresponsible. Well, just days until the Wisconsin firearm season opener for deer, hunters are being asked to keep COVID in mind this year. The Wisconsin DNR is asking people to use the online reporting system for registering their deer. They're also asking hunters not to gather at deer camp. If you plan on getting together, they ask you to wear a mask, keep a distance of 6 feet from each other, and follow other health guidelines. The advisements come as COVID cases rise in the state, increasing by nearly 100,000 since the start of November. Wisconsin's firearm season starts Saturday and runs through November 29th. St. Louis County authorities have ended their active search for an escaped inmate, but he is not in custody. Officials say 33-year-old Keith Bellinger escaped around 4 p.m. Saturday during a transfer at NERC. Authorities tracked him to Lindahl Road near Saginaw before losing track of him. He has multiple warrants out for his arrest, including escaping from custody. Authorities have not said if Bellinger, a convicted felon, is a threat to public safety. St. Louis County authorities are asking for the public's help in locating him. 3 people in Wisconsin behind a federal lawsuit alleging widespread absentee voting fraud have dropped those allegations. A court filing today didn't give a reason. An attorney for the voters wouldn't say why, citing attorney-client privilege. The lawsuit had sought to exclude election ballots in Milwaukee, Dane, and Menominee counties. All 3 counties went strongly for President-elect Joe Biden, who defeated Trump by about 20,500 votes in the state. Counties were expected to finish certifying the results this week. When their canvass is final, President Donald Trump has a 1-day window to request a recount that he must pay for. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, after 3 years, the reconstruction of Superior Street is near completion. What the city says is left on the project.
Today's high of 29 is about 6 degrees cooler than normal. Tomorrow we may close the gap by a degree, but Wednesday may warm up towards 40. Is that a trend or just an anomaly? Well, we'll look at the 7-day forecast together to figure it out right after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
This year,
more than ever, we are urging you to get your flu shot. During this pandemic, it seems there are so many things we can't do. Well, this is something we can do.
flu shots are now widely available throughout our community, including at St. Luke's and Essentia.
It takes just a few moments, and getting a flu shot protects you and those around you.
Let's do everything we can to stay healthy.
Let's get our flu shots. On behalf of Essentia
and St. Luke's and our entire region, thank you.
Your smile is a gift that deserves the perfect fit. At Aspen Dental, find the comfort and joy of natural-looking dentures crafted just for you. Feel the difference of a state-of-the-art smile made in our on-site labs, made for your budget, and made in as little as a day. Now, for a limited time, get dentures for as low as $29 per month per arch with 60 months financing, and give yourself the gift of endless smiles. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL 7 days a week or book today at aspendental.com.
I did some early shopping this year. One for you, one for me.
I love it. I got us a little something too.
Yeah?
Yep. One for you and one for me.
I love it.
Oh, actually, that was supposed to be for me.
I love it.
I like red.
Shop early and enjoy GMC Black Friday offers all month long. Pay no interest for 84 months on most 2020 Acadia and Terrain models. We are professional grade GMC.
At Papa Murphy's, we knead seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Expanding or restructuring your business? DiscoverPC.net offers wired and wireless network infrastructure updates and upgrades. Looking at working from home or adding remote workers? Need help moving your data to cloud or remote access? Contact DiscoverPC.net.
I need your help fighting COVID-19.
You can help. Please stay home.
My team needs your help.
We know you miss your friends and family. We do too.
Love others by protecting them. Stay home.
We need to have room to care for you if you get sick.
We need your help. You can help. The time is now to mask up, wash your hands, and stay home.
When you put on this role, another human being is relying on your judgment. They make a difference in the courtroom. Those are more than just symbols. They are a reminder of my responsibility. This matters. Every rendering, every decision, every choice, it matters.
All Rise returns tonight, 9/8 Central on CBS.
Live, local, CBS 3.
Season 2 is
The
here,
Kelly
y'all.
Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS 3. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
So, Sunday we got more snow than expected for a lot of towns, not so much for others. But then when that low pressure system started to depart, Colder air as usual wrapped in behind, and we had an interesting range of low temperatures out there. Let's zoom in and take a look at what we woke up to this morning. Hibbing, Chisholm, probably Buell as well, 8 above there. Brimson was at 3 above, and Embarrass, the icebox, or one of the ice boxes, International Falls is another one, but Embarrass, 9 above. The rest of the region a little bit better. It was as warm as 20 in Ashland and 21 in Watersmeet, 24 by the lake near Grand Marais. Tomorrow morning, it's not going to be quite as cold for some towns, but cooler for others as we settle on a range that'll be roughly in the middle teens for our low temps. So still cooler than normal, but at least we'll more uniformly apply the process. Well, here's what's coming around right now at the airport in Duluth. It's 22 degrees. The relative humidity 60%, with a northwest wind going 13 miles per hour, and our air pressure is increasing now at 30.19 inches of mercury as yesterday's low goes away and a fresh high pressure cell comes to call for a couple of days. We'll talk about how long in just a bit. Right now, we look at the regional temperatures, and we see 26 to 27 for many towns in the Upper Peninsula, about 25 to 27 for many places in northwestern Wisconsin, and the range of Minnesota temperatures is a little bit wider, running from 19 in Ely, for example, to 27 still in Moose Lake. So Ely or leading the charge into the teens here, where we're going to bottom out tomorrow morning. And tomorrow's high temps will be fairly close to 30 degrees, but Wednesday will spike towards 40. Perhaps only for one day, so it's not a warm spell, just a warm up for a blip as far as geologic time goes, that's for sure. All right, Doppler map right now shows the higher pressure settling in and is keeping snow showers at bay, trying to form up to our west but being shuttled down towards the south. And that's why I think then this high pressure cell is going to keep us on the sunny side from Tuesday through Thursday. It's Friday and Saturday when we get our next chance for a rain-snow mix. But this low coming out of the Rockies probably will only deliver a 30% shot at precip. Famous last words, perhaps, because yesterday on Sunday we were expecting a trace to 2 inches, and a lot of towns got closer to 10. So egg on the face for meteorologists happens every now and then. Hopefully not tonight, because the Minnesota range of temperatures I'm predicting is 13 to 19. Cooler inland, warmer by the lake. Wisconsin and Michigan should go about 15 to 20, and everybody gets a partly cloudy sky, which we'll hold on to through Tuesday. Minnesota, we'll talk about you in a second, but Wisconsin, Michigan numbers tomorrow should run 28 to 31. That's about 4 or 5 degrees cooler than normal. Minnesota numbers go 26 to 32, and that's a good 5 to 8 degrees cooler than normal, but we'll beat normal on Wednesday with 40 and partial sunshine. Then it gets sunnier, and we go to 45 on Thursday, so it actually is more than just a blip. It's like a 2-day warm spell. And then we start to tumble for Friday and Saturday when we get that next chance for the rain and snow mix, Kristen.
All right, thanks, Dave. After 3 years and a trio of phases of construction, the Superior Street reconstruction project is now nearly complete. The busy roadway through Duluth's downtown recently reopened to traffic. Crews had been working on the third and final phase of the project since this spring. While the street is now open again, city officials say there are still a few things they need to take care of. They will most likely wait until next year to put the finishing touches on the project. City spokespeople say that likely means more closures on the east and west ends of Superior Street. They're currently working out a timeline and exact locations. Downtown Duluth is being painted red today as some local storefronts get in the holiday spirit. It's part of the Greater Downtown Council's annual storefront window display and lighting contest. Starting today, Duluth businesses will hang red curtains in their windows to hide the holiday displays they're working on inside their store. Organizers say this event is a fun way to remind folks to buy local this holiday season.
This is a good way to support your local businesses. If you're shopping local, your money stays local, and it helps your friends and neighbors.
The unveiling will be on Friday prior to the Christmas City of the North Parade. Visitors to the area can vote on their favorite holiday window display for a chance to win items from some downtown shops. We have the list of participating businesses and the prizes you could win on our website. Well, starting today, CBS3 is taking additional steps to keep our newsroom staff safe and healthy as we continue to see increasing cases of COVID-19 throughout the region. Some of the changes include who you see behind the anchor desk and when. For the foreseeable future, you can hang out with me during the 5 and 6 o'clock news, and then Anthony Matt will join you at 10. We have also sent additional behind-the-scenes staff home to work remotely. And again, this is all in an effort to make sure we're here to keep bringing you the news during these uncertain times, and we appreciate you sticking with us. Coming up in sports, a big battle in the Midway tonight. Kelly is in with a preview of Vikings-Bears up next.
Boat inventory on select London 19 and 20 models available.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. From value-priced softeners to the world's best and even salt-free. No one has more solutions than Culligan to customize the best filtration for your home. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Get your snowplow from the experts at JM Auto Service. We are Western Snowplow Headquarters.
Okay, Mr. Medicare figure-outer. One last question. What's the cost?
For many, Part A is free. Cost goes up the more parts you add. But UCare has Medicare Advantage plans that come with everything you need.
Sounds good. And so does your bike. Now.
Yeah, thanks to you, she's purring like a kitten on a bed of yarn.
Well, that's a new one.
Yeah, I just made it up. You can steal it for your bike shop.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Hello, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. For the month of November, we are offering free upgrades to a premium wall system for all your bath and shower purchases. All of our products are backed by the Good Housekeeping seal of approval and come with a lifetime warranty. You can still get one of our great financing options for low monthly payments or 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments till 2022. This offer ends November 30th, so call us today or go online to book your appointment. Bath Planet. Out of this world service and down to earth price.
Real encounters with God are life-changing. Join us Sundays at 11:30 for The Message of Good Hope and learn how you can reach your highest potential through a relationship with Christ. Only on the Duluth CW.
At Super One Foods, we're always looking for new talent to join our 5-star service team. We are a growing family-owned company that provides opportunities to learn new skills and enhance your working knowledge while serving your friends and neighbors. From flexible scheduling and variety in jobs to competitive wages and exceptional benefits, Super One Foods offers an excellent environment to grow both personally and professionally and can provide you with the foundation for career advancement in the communities we serve. Come join our team, Super One Foods. Jobs right in your neighborhood.
Make this the best holiday ever with the True Love Guarantee from Numi Jewelers. Give the gift of shimmering diamonds. This diamond earring and pendant set is $199 now through Small Business Saturday. Numi Jewelers, where true love is guaranteed.
For breaking stories that impact the Northland most, turn to CBS3.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez on CBS3.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
The Kelly Clarkson Show right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS3. Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, there's no doubt the lights will be bright, the stakes will be high as the Minnesota Vikings get their second primetime game of the season, taking on NFC North rival Chicago tonight. After the rough start to the year, stacking wins against divisional opponents will be vital if the Vikes still have any hopes of getting into the playoffs. The good news is that's what they've done riding the past 2 weeks, riding their workhorse Dalvin Cook past the Lions as well as the Packers. Now, Chicago boasts arguably the best defensive front they'll see this season, but offensive coordinator Gary Kubiak says that's not something he's shying away from.
One of the reasons we run the ball well, and I learned this from Mike a long time ago, is when people play in an 8-man box, you still have to challenge your guys to run the ball. So we have ways of, schematically still staying locked into things we want to do. Obviously, you'd like to push the ball down the field when that happens, but I think the mentality of being really good running the football is one that, whether I'm getting a 7 or an 8-man box, I'm still going to, run the football well.
And kickoff from Soldier Field tonight is set for 7:20 p.m. And check out Adam Thielen's custom kicks for the game. This is courtesy of ESPN's Field Yates on Twitter. Thielen is honoring the late Alex Trebek in style, I might say. Well, some rough news from New Orleans about Drew Brees, a quarterback that has certainly given the Vikings headaches over the year. Brees was on the wrong end of a hard sack yesterday at the hands of the San Francisco 49ers. Per ESPN, Brees had an MRI today where it was revealed that the quarterback has multiple rib fractures on both sides of his chest and a collapsed lung on the right side. He stayed in the game and led his team to a couple more scores before the half. Well, no word on how many weeks he'll sit out now. The Vikings are scheduled to play the Saints on Christmas Day. Switching gears, a huge high school volleyball matchup tonight. There are 3 undefeated remaining teams in the Northland, and 2 of them are going head-to-head. Greenway and ESCO. We will have highlights from that game at 10 o'clock p.m. We are now less than a week away from the UMD women's hockey opener, which is this Friday at Minnesota State Mankato. Ahead of the WCHA's opening weekend, they released their preseason coaches poll this afternoon. The Bulldogs have been picked to finish 4th, which is where they finished in the standings last season. Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Ohio State were the other teams picked ahead of them. Senior defenseman Ashton Bell landed a spot on the preseason All-WCHA team. Bell was named to the All-WCHA first team last season after making the transition to defense. The puck drop for the women is in Mankato on Friday at 6:07 p.m. Finally, if we remember back to last spring, March Madness was one of those first sporting events to drop at the beginning of the pandemic. Well, the NCAA announced some major changes today in an effort to keep the tournament on in 2021. The men's tournament will be reduced from 13 separate sites to 1 geographic area. They are currently in talks with the state of Indiana and the city of Indianapolis to host all 68 teams for the entire tournament. Indianapolis was already scheduled to host the Final Four. The NCAA hopes to make their plans official by the 1st of New Year. Man, a hole was left in my heart when March Madness was canceled last year, so I'm hoping that it comes back this year. That's going to do it for sports for now. One more here back at 10. Kristen, I'll send it back to you.
Sure, a lot of people will agree with you on that one, Kelly. Thank you. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, one of Minnesota's 10 Electoral College voters is from Duluth. He'll head to D.C. this December to cast his ballot, and tonight we'll hear from him and learn more about the electoral process. Many, if not all, folks love bacon, right? But would you pair bacon with your favorite beer? Well, Waffle House and a brewing company have done just that. This is Bacon and Kegs Bacon-Infused Red Ale. The brewer says it will be available in 6-packs, draft, or growlers on December 18th. The company says it smells like bacon and pairs well with breakfast foods. Beer for breakfast. I don't know about that one. I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah, colonial days they did that, of course, because the water was always suspect, but nowadays it isn't so bad.
I think it might be frowned upon nowadays.
Yeah, well, to each their own,
That's
Kristen.
true.
Let's fire up the 7-day forecast, which has some ups and downs. We'll be a little bit down for Tuesday, low temps in the teens, high temp only 30, normals around 35. But for Wednesday, Thursday, we'll go above and beyond 40 to 45 degrees, and even Friday won't be so bad. Tuesday through Thursday should be on the sunny side, but we get our next precip chance easing in both Friday and Saturday with 30% shots for a mix.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you at 10.